What's up, people? Joe Winko here, your favorite Hawaiian guy, and here's my review on episode 9 of the MTV series Scream. Let's get this party started. Okay, so spoiler alert, if you haven't been following the Scream series episodes on MTV at all, you can actually watch every single episode on the MTV website. I'll have the link to this episode specifically in the description, so you guys can click on that and watch it before you watch this, or you can watch it afterwards, whatever you prefer. And also, all the episodes that have been aired so far, they're all available for $3 on iTunes, so you can go and buy them if you want to. Well, $2.99 on iTunes, but you can go buy them if you want to. So, this is going to be a review on episode 9, and episode 9 of MTV Scream was titled The Dance. The episode starts out with a flashback scene, which takes place a year before everything that's going on now, like a year before the 2015 Lakewood murders. And what happens is, a guy sneaks into the evidence locker at the Lakewood Police Department. This unknown guy, who we don't know who he is, or this unknown person, because it could be a girl, they sneak into the evidence locker at the Lakewood Police Department, and they steal the Brandon James mask. Now, I always thought the killer was the ghost of Brandon James, and I still kind of think he might be the killer might be the ghost of Brandon James right now. But this kind of convinced me differently. It kind of stirred me in the other direction that maybe the ghost of Brandon James isn't the killer. Because if the ghost of Brandon James was the killer, he would have already had the mask. He wouldn't have to go and steal one. Now I kind of think the killer is a living person, but I'm not exactly sure. But we'll find out next Tuesday. And also, Seath is now in police custody. As you all know, he was arrested because the people of Lakewood thinks he's the killer. And Emma wanted to go and talk to him to make sure. But when she went to go talk to him, Seath acted like he didn't know anything, when he really probably doesn't. And I'm not sure if he could be the killer, but it is possible that he's the killer. I haven't really given it much thought, but it seems like he's too obvious, though. I mean, even in the first episode, he seemed pretty suspicious, but we never know. They could be doing that on purpose, and at the end they trick us and he really is the killer, but their strategy was making him seem too obvious, so that's a definite possibility. And eventually the sheriff Clark, the sheriff I hate so much, discovers that the calls the killer was making to Emma was coming from a different location, because they traced the coordinates through where the cell phone towers were. And it was coming from a different location in Lakewood, a different location where Seath usually is, because none of them came from Seath's house at all. They all came from far away. But I think if the killer really is Seath, I think it's still possible that it's him, because someone could be helping him, or he was probably purposely making the calls from a different location on purpose. Eventually, Sheriff Clark gets a lead of the killer's whereabouts in an old spooky house. And he goes to the house, and it's like this old, scary-looking house. And when he walked inside, even though he was going inside during the day and everything, when he walked inside the house, I was really hoping that he was going to find Lorraine's mutilated body. I was hoping he would. But I think she's already off the show, and I don't think she's coming back. I really wish they would have killed her off, because I wanted to see her die. But instead, he goes inside, and he's whacked on the back of the head by Ghostface. And I don't think he's dead yet. Well, he isn't dead yet. But I'm pretty sure that he will die. I think what's going to happen is the killer's going to keep him alive for a little longer, and the killer's going to torture him and eventually kill him in the last episode. But meanwhile, Audrey and Noah are watching footage that Rachel recorded on her camera, because they're trying to figure out why the killer had her as a target. And Rachel always recorded her life on camera. They found footage that she recorded when she went into a bar, and I'm wondering, how are these kids, 15, 16, and 17, able to sneak inside bars? Well, it is California, so yeah. So they find this footage that Rachel recorded when she was inside a bar, and it was footage of Kieran with Nina. And Kieran talking to Nina, and Kieran hanging out with Nina, and then Kieran leaving with Nina. And Audrey thinks it's really suspicious. And later that night, the school has a dance, the high school has a dance, and Audrey shows the video to Emma, and Audrey says that she's suspicious about Kieran, but Emma, she gets really mad at Audrey for trying to get her to not trust Kieran at all. Then eventually, while they're all at the dance, somehow the killer hacks the projectors, and then there's this image projected at the dance. They see the sheriff tied to a tree, and he's all bloody and everything. He looks like he's dying in that footage. And everyone's really freaked out. And then at the end, we see that Seth Branson has escaped from jail, and we see the dead police officers in his open jail cell room. And then I was like, oh, this just got real. So I'm really excited for the next episode to come. So I think that it could have been staged. I think the killer probably broke into the police station and started attacking everyone, and attacked Seth, but Seth managed to escape. But it could also be that Seth started attacking everyone while he was at the police station. He escaped by himself. I just don't think he's a killer because it seems too obvious, but it's definitely possible. That could be how they're trying to trick us. And I really think something bad will happen to Brooke in the next episode, because right now she's home alone. She didn't go to the dance at all, and she's waiting for her friends to show up, but I think the killer will show up a lot sooner than her friends will. Also in the trailer, we see her being chased by Ghostface, and we see her hiding from Ghostface, and we see her in a really distressful situation. And I kind of hope that she doesn't die, because I'm actually starting to like Brooke. Ever since the first episode, I wanted her to die, but now I don't really want her to die in the series at all. And what I think will happen in the last episode, we're definitely going to find out who the killer is. But what I think what will happen is, I think the killer will use Sheriff Clark as leverage to torture and manipulate Emma, and then eventually Sheriff Clark will eventually be killed in the finale. So that's what I think is going to happen. So, let me know what you think of this video. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? What stood out to you about this episode? Please let me know in the comments, because as I said many times earlier, that's the whole point of my videos, is to start a conversation with you guys. Otherwise, I'm just here talking for nothing. So please make sure to comment. And yeah, that's basically it. So don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, and subscribe to both of my channels, and comment and share your thoughts. So that's it. Peace out, people.